Hello everyone, my name is Lee. Welcome to my uh, advanced topics in information technology class. Today I have the presentation about my topic for the final project, and my professor is Michael Yingbao. So what I'm talking about today, I just want to present the topic of the Web Application Firewall. So what is the application firewall? And I will give some introduction. I will analyze what is the web application firewall and why should we have to know and set the web application firewall, and then the short form of WAF, and why should WAF highly recommend to be used, and move to the next part of the information introduction. I will discuss some analyze about the website need a web WAF, and when the WAF have set to the website or the web server, how securing website will be, and how to set the WAF effectively in our network environment. And the last will be the security model, and I will give some example and move to the next. The last will be the conclusion and the reference. So in my first part is introduction. So what is the web application firewall? So nowadays information security issue or the application program, even the confidential document or the capacity from the customer and the user when they're using the internet, the interest, the topic. So is that the internet when we log in is the security? So we also be attacked. Attacked by what? The reason be attacked will be the hacker and the malware attack like the WannaCry or Panya something. So they will hack our sensitive information, the private information of our web application, our website, our web server. So why people don't use the WAF before? Because when they set the web application firewall or some program to protect your web server, they will cost a lot of money. But they don't think about when the sensitive or the information will be lost. We need to get back the information about the data for the company or for the private sensitive information. So we will spend more money to get back that data or information. And so that is the reason we need to set the web application firewall. So the web application firewall is the comprehensive and powerful security solution for the web application to compass the hacker activity and exploit the protocol vulnerability. So the WAF was created to control the access of the unsecure network. So the on data that is transmitted into and sent out must be go to the firewall, and it controlled it according to defined security policy. So nowadays, we have some best firewall protection software that people believe to use, and something is free online so people can download. So some of the software including like I have list before, you can see that will be the total AV, the PC Protect, the MCA3 or by the vendor. That is some of the best and some kind of free online software you can download for online, or you can find for your network environment. And that is the best software you can use. And when testing this software, they will be define the security policy for your network or application. So in the picture you can see when we have the web application firewall, so the client or the 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 HTTP traffic source that can go through the web application firewall, and they will get the destination server. But with the hacker or the unknown user or host, they cannot get into the web application firewall. So our destination server will not be damaged. So our data or information will be secure. So why should we have to know and set the application firewall? So like I said before, because when you have the because that will not spend money to get your lost data back, and they will keep the private information can be saved and protecting the business, the client in the security environment. So your company can run smoothly, and you will not be shut down, and your company can continue to develop or keep running your business safely. And why should WAF highly recommend to be used? Because the most highly recommend solution for full of the web application. So so it can reside at the edges of the network and inspire on incoming and outgoing HTTP or HTTP web traffic. So the WAF also helps to automatically filter the malicious and web attacks before the virus react to the web server. So it's more like proactive approach to security. What is the most important to be the business or the customer sensitive data? So therefore the security policy or profile is can help the web traffic and manage the web attack, so that will keep your infrastructure network can be safe and clean, not be virus, and even satisfy the the compliancy of the regulation. So that will be why the WAF is a highly recommend to be used. So you can see when the web server or web application have the web application firewall, so the client can share or request or give the common request to get the direct web application, but the attacker is cannot. So move to the next part is the analyze. So in this part I will give more information about how to set the website of the how to set the web application firewall to your website or your environment, network environment. So the thing I want to say in here is that people are using and depending on the internet, the website and the application every day. So why? But do you think they are ready, feel feel very confident when they're sharing the personal sensitive information? The sensitive information I'm talking about here is when they want to purchasing something online, so they need to provide the password, the account information. So do you think the information is sharing on the web browser is secured, even we are using the HTTPS nowadays? mostly. But do you think that web browser is safe and you can share the private information and the hacker or some people will not get that information? That's not right. So that is the reason the information and the password that the user or provide to log into the banking account and the information as provided to the web server is not safe. So people need to secure the web application firewall. So it can create and set a rule so designed to protect the website, like including like um, they can blocking the unwanted web traffic from the accessing from their site and protecting against hacker and branch from attacks and DDoS attacks and cross-site spreading the SQL injection and some program or some some when they can block the they will rejecting and giving some exploit. So so the security website when using the web application firewall actually, so that's the on application that people log into their account or sign into the website which is need to deliver securely over the HTTPS that I talking before. But however, that sometimes that is a slow loading and unsecure application are not only in frustrating or for everyone, but also can exploit sensitive information. So what for that reason, so when you have the WAF or web application firewall that can help the user, the client to enable the HTTP as quickly and easily. So even they will be like for latency application with instant the secure shortcut layer you can see is a SSL and the capabilities of with the hardened SSL or the transport layer security. So that's all of the thing is that will be ensure faster, secure, and reliable access to all client or customer by the web-facing application. So by like caching and compressing technology cause latency and consistent and reliable access. And also I just want to say like for the business or the customer or the employee, they depend on the application or the web browser uh, uh, or they need to access the internet every day. So that's not only can help the these employee how to get their job done, and they also um, can can protect their website. Uh, they prevent data breach or ensuring people can maintain their reputation and their customer confidence. Um, so how so how we can set the WAF effectively? So to set the WAF effectively for the software architects, they have decided to place the web application firewall as well as all the firewall application. Normally, it will be placed behind the network firewall and in front of the web application server. So the main direction of the information uh, of the sources, but sometimes there are exceptions when the WAF is only used for the monitor. So open port or on web server or some in some case, like installing the program directly to the server and performing the same function as the WAF device or monitor, so the traffic and front of the web application. So when the user uh, get to the web server, they need to go to the web application firewall or the cloud of the internet. So if they have set the rule for this host or this user or a client, they can security to log into the web server. So so some of the security model of the web application will be like there are two main operation, operating model of the web application firewall, that including the positive model and the negative, I mean the negative model. So the positive model is only allow to various amount of the traffic to go through, so the red will be blocked. But the negative model will be allow traffic to pass, but will block any traffic, and this application is considered dangerous. But in some case, like the WAF, they will provide both model, but usually only one of these two model is applied. So the positive model is require a lot of the configuration or the customization. But with the negative model, that is mainly based on the application to learn and analyze the behavior of the network traffic. So WAF is a work with the several separate model below. So just I want to give you some example of the security model of the WAF. So there are some example like the layer 2 bridge. For this model, the WAF is like act in the layer 2 suite, and the user is the network to operate the high performance, but still do not change the network. And the host or the server base, that is the model for the WAF is installed directly onto the web server, but the host space does not provide the feature. So like something I mentioned in the PowerPoint, you can see is the model can overcome the weakness. So the network is based on the model have. So also increase the web server so load level, so they will be lost faster and able to access the data or get the outcome or get in or go out. For the transporting proceed, that is the model is similar to the revenue process. The revenue process is I not mentioned in my PowerPoint, but the for this is the commonly used for model when they development of on the WAF. From this model, the WAF will monitor and all information is coming into the web application, and instead of sending the the external IP address, so send request directly to the web server. So in this model, the WAF will send mediate to request to the web server, and then they will return to the result of the IP address. But with the transparent process for this model, the difference is that WAF will not stand out as an intermediate, so they will provide the server like the reserve process. So that is all of the information I want to share about my topic about the web application firewall. But in my conclusion, I just want to say like the web application is the more efficient software, and that is necessary for user or the business or the client. So in my opinion, I totally believe that invest in the WAF for application firewall, so the firewall device or in the particular activity be more secure of our network environment, so that it will be protect the business, the client or the household user for the sensitive sensitive information or the important information data. So when they are logged into the internet, the essential thing we need to do, like we need to set or have the web application firewall to protect our network environment. So this is my reference of the ID or the information I have get to complete my web application firewall topics. So you can log into the 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 link to read or have more information. So I hope you can give me some feedback when you have listened or have participated in my presentation. So I hope you can give me some feedback so I can improve or can learn about more about the web application firewall in the future. So thank you so much, and have a great day.